So hello everyone, this is lecture 46 for the mathematical physics. In the last lecture we did up to here. In today's lecture also we will see some more example on residue theorem. So more and more question you solve, the more the concept will be clear to you. So let's take this example, tan z by z square minus 1. So it can be written in this form. Now see, this is the form of gz by hz, and let's find the first singularity points. So for cos z equal to 0, z should be plus minus n pi by 2, where n can go from 1 to infinity. And for z square minus 1 it will be 0 for z equal to plus minus 1. Okay, so these are your singular points. So let's check for n pi by 2. So for this one, this will be a form of gz by hz, where z naught will not be 0, because sin z at pi by 2 will not be 0, but cos z will be 0. So how to find the singularity for this one? Means z equal to pi by 2. So singularity will, means residue will be a minus 1 equal to g pi by 2 divided by h dash pi by 2. So we use the same formula we use here. So it's just same. So we'll find the derivative of this denominator term, and just substitute the value of pi by 2 in the g function and the h dash function. So residue will be 1 upon 1 minus pi square by 4 for z equal to pi by 2. Now let's find for the z equal to plus minus 1. So you can use the same formula for limits also. You use the limits 1 formula. So what you will do, you will expand this in form of z minus 1 and z plus 1. Then for z equal to 1 it will be z minus 1, and here is your function, and this will cancel out and you will put z equal to 1 here. Then you will get sin z by cos z as tan z, so tan 1 over 1 plus 1 2. So for z equal to 1 residue will be tan 1 over 2. For z minus 1 you will put in the limit z minus plus 1, so it will be z plus 1 here, so that will cancel out, and when you put the minus 1, so you will get tan minus 1 divided by minus 2, so it will be tan 1 over 2. So this will be your residue at z equal to minus 1. Now let's take one more example. So fz equal to z over sin square z at z equal to pi. So we need to find the residue at z equal to pi. So to make this more simplified, z minus pi equal to t. Now substitute here, means z will be t plus pi. Then if you place here z equal to t plus pi, it will give you sin pi plus t will give you sin pi again. So sorry, sin t again, so it will be sin square t. Now substitute here, z will be t plus pi here, and it will be sin z square of sin z, and z is what? T plus pi, so it will be sin t plus pi square, and sin t plus pi is sin t again, so sin t expansion will be t minus t cube by 3 factorial and so on. So here we have a square. Now see, we will take only those terms which can give us 1 upon t something after solving this whole function, because we need to find the residue, so we can only find that when we have t minus 1 power. So for that we will expand this with the square terms, and we will take only those terms, means a square plus b square plus c 2ab, that's how we will get the terms, means all the squares will be there. So we will take only a square and 2ab term, because only those two terms can give us 1 upon t in the series. Others will be of high power of t, and they will not be contributing in the 1 upon t. So let's take only t square, and it will be minus 2ab, so it will give you 3 into 2, 2 will cancel out, so it will be t4 by 3, plus and so on, so it will go to the higher orders. Now see, you have here, this is 1 power, so this will go to the upside and it will go for the minus 1. Means first take the t square common from here, so you will get 1 minus t square by 3 and plus so on. Now this will cancel out, give you 1 upon t, and with it we are also having this term, means t plus pi. We will divide t with this term and pi with this term, so we have separately these forms. So we will write these. Here you won't get any 1 upon t term, so residue from here will be 0. But what will the residue from here? So let's see. Now this will give you 1 upon t here, and this will go to the numerator side, it will be minus 1. So let's see. So it will be like this. Now if you expand binomially, you will get 1 plus t square by 3 and so on. Here also 1 plus t square by 3 and so on. But here if you will get only those terms, means the even terms, and you will never get the 1 upon t terms, so residue here will be 0. But here you will get 1 upon t plus this will give you t upon 3. So residue will be 1, because coefficient will give you residue, so it will be 1. So that's how you can find the residue. There are sometimes this kind of questions also, where you need to find the Laurent series and you have to see those terms only which can give you 1 upon t. So remember this kind of method. So let's see one more question. It is contour integral. So how to find the integral using the residue? So if function is sin z minus 4 dz and contour is given as mod z equal to 1. So this is a circle of radius 1 and contour is given as clockwise. So for clockwise we just need to put minus sign the last, otherwise it will be same. So for z equal to 0 it will be singular point because it is like sin z by z4. Now we know sin z by z4 what is the residue. We already find it this for this one residue was minus 1 upon 3 factorial. So integral will be nothing but just equal to I equal to minus 2 pi iota and the residue is minus 1 upon 3 factorial. So we'll just substitute here and you will get integral as pi I divided by 3. So that's how you can find the integral. Now if integral, you need to find this integral 1 upon z cube minus z4 dz and contour is given as mod z equal to 1 by 2 and we are also taking it clockwise. Okay, so radius is 1 upon 2, it is circle of radius 1 upon 2. So take the z3 common, you will get 1 minus z. Now this will be, means singular points will be z equal to 0 and z equal to 1. So for z equal to 1 it will be, you can write it in this form using the limits. And then residue will be just put to 1 here, so you will get 1. But this term means z equal to 1 is not comes under this circle. Means this integral is find it inside the 1 upon 2 radius circle, but 1 is outside, so we don't need this residue, it won't be included. But for this second one z equal to 0, it will be in the middle of the circle, so this will lie inside. So let's find the residue for z equal to 0. So for this we need to multiply with z cube here, z minus 0 cube, so it will cancel out and it will give you residue as 1. So integral will be minus 2 pi iota multiplied residue is 1, so it will be your integral. Let's see some more examples. So I equal to given as contour integral of z exponential pi z divided by z4 minus 16 plus z exponential pi by z dz. Now we will separate these two integrals and solve them separately. So we'll take this first integral. So for this, what will be your singular points? So put this equal to 0 and z will be plus minus 2 iota and plus minus 2. Okay, and contour is given as this. So this is contour. So how to solve this? Because this is the equation of ellipse and this is counterclockwise, means contour direction is anti-clockwise. So divide the whole equation by 9, you will get x square by 1 square plus y square by 3 square equal to 1. So this is the equation of ellipse where a equal to 3 and b equal to 1. So this will be like this. Okay, well, let's make this correction here, a equal to 1 and b equal to 3. So you can see that. So if you want to find these points, so it will be plus minus 2 iota will be lying inside this ellipse and plus minus 2 will be lying outside. So you need to find only the residue at these points, 2 points, then you can find the integral, this one integral. So let's see. For 2 iota first we will find. So it is in the form of fz by gz by hz form and hz, when you find the h dash z, so it will give you 4z cube. So you will use the same formula, you just substitute the value of 2 iota in this form, it is gz by h dash z. So at z naught 2 iota you will get the minus 1 upon 16. Now for the z equal to minus 2 iota, same you will do and just substitute the value and you will again get minus 1 upon 16. Okay, so you have residue at these 2 points. Now you need to find the residue for this also and then you can find the complete integral. So for z exponential pi by z, let's expand this series by the Laurent expansion. So it will be z 1 plus pi by z plus 1 upon 2 factorial pi square by z square. So this will go on. So multiply with z. So you will get z plus pi square by 2 factorial 1 upon z and so on. So residue will be this pi square by 2 factorial. So total residue will be this minus 1 upon 16 minus 1 upon 16. It is counterclockwise, so you will use the 2 pi iota only. So integral will be 2 pi iota sum of all the residues. So these are the 3 residues. So this will be your integral. okay, value of this integration. Now let's see one more example. 1 upon 2 pi iota contour integral exponential 4z minus 1 divided by cos hyperbolic z minus 2 sin hyperbolic z dz, and contour is given as mod z equal to 1 counterclockwise. So what will be your singular point for this? So this should be equal to this, only then it can be singular. So we put them, and now we will use the formula we know about the hyperbolics in the form of exponentials. So cos hyperbolic z is nothing but Ez plus exponential minus z divided by 2, and this is nothing but Ez minus exponential minus z divided by 2. So we'll take this to this side, and sin z by cos z will give you this. Now from here we will just simplify this expression, multiply this side and this side. So you will get exponential 2z equal to 3. Take the log of both sides, you will get 2z equal to log 3, and z will be 1 upon 2 log 3. And when you find the value of this term, it will be less than 1. So this singular point will be lying inside this contour integral. For the circle, it is a circle of 1 radius. So it will be lying inside. So let's find the residue for this term. So z not equal to 1 upon 2 log 3. So this is in the form of gz divided by hz. So we'll find the gz by h dash z. So h dash z will be cos hz will give you sin hz, because differentiation of hyperbolic function will give you the same function. Cos hz will be sin hz, and sin hz will be cos hz. So you will get this as your this form. Now just substitute in place of z naught, and you can write this one in the terms of exponentials. So sin hz is nothing but this exponential z minus exponential minus z divided by 2, and this is this. So solve this, you will get this form, and in the numerator you have exponential 4z minus 1. So in place of z you will write this. So it will give you log 3 to the power 1 upon 2, or you will just get 1 upon 2 log 3. So it will give you log 3 square. So exponential log 3 square will give you 3 square minus 1. Now solving this will give you exponential log root 3. So it is nothing but root 3, and exponential log 1 upon root 3 is nothing but 1 upon root 3. So you will get this expression. So in the denominator you will have this, in the numerator you will have this exponential 4z minus 1. So 1 upon 2 is here, from here it will you will get minus 2 inside outside. So answer means residue will be minus 8 by root 3. So now you will multiply with 2 pi iota. So it is also here, so they will cancel out, and this will be your integral answer, minus 8 by root 3. Now let's take one more example. I equal to contour integral z square by sin square 4z dz. Now see the circle of radius pi by 4 centered at z equal to 1 by 4. So this is centered at z equal to 1 upon 4. So a radius is pi by 4. So this radius pi by 4 is less than this range, means this is 1 upon 4 plus pi by 4 will somewhere lie here. Okay, it means pi by 4 will be inside this point. You can check this by multiplying and all, or putting the values. So you will find that pi by 4 lies inside. So we need to find a singular point first. So sin 4z equal to 0, 4z will be plus minus n pi. From here z will be n pi over 4. So n will be 0, 1, 2, 3, anything it can be. So only 0 and pi by 4 lying inside. So we need to find residue only on these 2 points, then we can find this integral. So take these 2 points. Now to find the residue, we will expand this series. Z divided by sin 4z, you can write this in this form, means z divided by sin 4z whole square, and then expand sin 4z in terms of sine series. So 4z minus 4z cube divided by 3 factorial and so on. So again it is a square, so we will take only those 2 terms. So you can see here, if you take this z in the denominator, it will give you 4 minus 4z square, means all the terms here will be even, and square terms means you won't get 1 upon z here, because now you are having odd terms. When this z will be in the divide of this, so you will get all the terms evens. So you won't ever again get this 1 upon z term here. So residue of this function will be 0 for z equal to 0. Now we will find residue for z equal to pi by 4. So we'll let z minus pi by 4 equal to t, as we did in the earlier case. So z will be t plus pi by 4. So we'll substitute in this form, in this function. So z will be t plus pi by 4. and here when you substitute here t plus pi by 4, it will give you 4t plus pi, so it will be again sine 4t. So you will get this thing square. So negative will be there, but negative will give you again square, will give you positive again. So now you have this function. We will expand this sine 4t again. So this will be in this form. Now again we will take only those terms which can give me this 1 upon t thing. Okay, so how you can determine that? Now you take the square, so it will give you a square, and only this t square term can give you 1 upon t, because when you take this t square term, it will multiply with all these terms. So it will be 1 here, t square here, and t will cancel out, will give you 1 upon t. Other terms will be higher orders, so they won't ever give you 1 upon t. So that's why I will just take only one term, that is square of this 16t square, and I will take that common. So inside you will get 1 minus something. So we don't need this. In the questions you must saw that what you need or what you don't need. Okay, so in the exam paper you just need to use this method. So now multiply this with this, means 1 upon 16 t square multiply t square will give you 1 upon 16, and this will give you 1 upon t square, pi square by 16 into 16. But here you will get t will cancel out, 1 upon t multiply pi upon 32. So this will be your residue. So you need only this thing. So a minus 1 residue will be pi by 32. Now integral will be 2 pi iota multiply residue. So it will give you again this value. So this is your integral value. So that's it for today. In the next lecture we will see some real or definite integrals we use in the x square and all, in the real space. So how can we solve those integrals using this complex integral methods? Okay, so that will be very easy thing, because we face many difficulties in solving the real integrals which are very complex. So we'll use this method of residue thing to solve them. So we'll see those examples in the next lecture. Thank you everyone.